Well, was this actually a news story or just something you found on one of the FARC-type websites?
Yeah, it was just one of those, but I went and I checked because every individual story that's in there had a source. So I went and checked the source, and also, too, all of them have PDFs of
the actual court documents?
Yeah, there was like 80 pages of PDFs that I kind of went through and looked and just laughed. It's like, really?
Yeah, because initially you look at this and think this is something that came off The Onion.
Yeah.
Or one of the other satire websites. But you went and looked and there were real court documents for all these cases.
Yes.
Has anybody ever heard of Jonathan Lee Riches?
No.
The first thing you should know about Riches is that he's currently serving time at the Federal Correctional Institution in Williamsburg and Salters, South Carolina for wire fraud. According to court records, Riches likes to file lawsuits. In fact, he has filed over 1,000 lawsuits in federal district courts across the country.
Jesus.
Some of the people Riches has sued are Bill Belichick. The New England Patriots coach was sued for illegal surveillance. The rambling document, which states that Belichick bugged the home of the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, also placed a listening device in Donovan McNabb's.
What?
I know, JD, an apology. In Donovan McNabb's chunky soup. I'll back up so you get all of it. It states that Belichick bugged the home of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, placed a listening device in Donovan McNabb's chunky soup, surveilled the home of New York Jets quarterback Chad Pennington, and planted a recording device on San Diego Chargers linebacker Sean Merriman's sleeve. It finally tells at the end that Belichick illegally taped Rich's prison phone calls and sold the tapes to CNN.
Jesus.
He sued Martha Stewart.
Okay. What'd she do?
Let me see if I can cut some of this out. The entrepreneur who did some jail time herself was sued for supposedly violating Rich's rights in a real estate deal. Riches seeks $3.5 million in damages from Stewart for emotional, mental, and psychological distress. Riches says he will donate any damages he collects to television cook Rachel Ray. He claims the real estate listing for the property falsely claimed it was painted with Dutch boy paint. The suit also states that while touring the property, Riches contracted poison ivy, was scratched by pricker bushes, and fell into a groundhog hole. Riches also claimed he saw Stewart's turkeys playing football with Vic's jerseys and that the birds attacked him.
Did you make that up?
No. Close said he went and pulled every court document to go along with these.
I it's fairly common for prison inmates to file lawsuits, but turkeys and jerseys?
Biscuits on kittens? Really? Everything I've read up until now, you're going to ask me if I made up the turkeys playing football?
Listening devices in McNabb's chunky soup. Completely believable.
Well, you can at least, if the guy's crazy and if he saw Vic's chunky commercials, that, I can see where he'd throw that in there.
Gotcha.
In fact, I would have sued him for those commercials.
Were they bad?
They were pretty bad.
You want to know who else he sued?
Please.
What was this guy's name again? Jonathan Lee Riches. Also sued Jeff Gordon. The NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon was sued for, in Rich's words, recklessly driving my life crazy. The handwritten 3-page complaint goes on to accuse Gordon of a litany of other crimes, from poisoning fans with chemical weapons to wrecking other drivers by dropping Tic Tacs and oil on the track through a secret trap door under his car. Alfie, get me some water. In one section, Riches states, Gordon tied me to the bumper during the Talladega race.
I guess no one noticed.
Elsewhere, he complains Karl Rove left the White House to work as Gordon's tire changer. The final line in the lawsuit, plaintiff seeks $22 billion. Let's
God.
see if it says what he planned on doing with it. Nope, guess he's going to keep it.
Well, if you're going to keep a settlement, that's the one to go for.
He also sued Michael Vick. According to the AJC, the infamous Atlanta Falcons quarterback was sued for being a ringleader of a vast conspiracy to kidnap my mind, hijack my soul. He said Vick ordered the warden to chemically induce his food, causing him to lose almost 50 pounds. Riches said it was all done as revenge because he caught Vick, whom he called a NASA creation, betting on Falcon games in 2005. NASA creation. I can make a vague association. Did you read my lips?
I think so.
You turn the mics off?
Sure.
Well, you assume that's what he's talking about? NASA, moon, chirpy chirp. Let's see. He also sued Steve Jobs. Jobs was sued by Riches for employing O.J. Simpson as a hitman. A 3-page handwritten complaint alleges that Simpson had been Jobs' hitman since the 1985 Move house bombing in Philadelphia. I know what that means.
No idea.
Move is abbreviated, so obviously that stands for something.
Yeah.
Which Jobs started with borrowed pyrotechnics from the band Great White. The problem is this is so well written, you don't know if the guy's crazy or really is a good writer. There again, they said all the complaints are rambling, so whoever compiled all this probably just made it sound more cohesive.
Yeah, actually, so the person that had to compile all of it, they're the good writer.
Also, OJ has been providing Jobs with food blenders since the Midwest flood of 1993, and OJ also paid Jobs to clone Dolly the sheep on April 20th, 1998. Jobs is charged with aiming nuclear missiles at Rich's brain and Lance Armstrong's bicycle, as well as price gouging iPhone customers. On May 10th, 2007, this is Rich, bought an Apple iPhone for $922. Now, Jobs sells the same iPod for $199. Several weeks ago, he filed a suit against Elvis Presley and Neverland Ranch for war crimes and rock and roll in my brain.
All right.
Bored yet?
No.
Can I have some water?
Show?
Ask me a question or something while I'm drinking.
Now, I'm assuming you don't have the entire list of 1,000+ people he's supposedly sued. Just a nice sampling.
This is all Chloe pulled out. How many? I know it says thousands. Did you just pull out the more notable ones?
Those were all the ones that were listed, and at the very end of the story, it just has a list of the individual people, but not the complete story behind it.
You talking about the one on the last page, which is more of a class action suit?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
He also sued Perez Hilton. This celebrity blogger got sued for running a website which invades Rich's privacy and puts his life in danger. Riches states that he carried on a years-long sexual relationship with Hilton and once bought the blogger a $23,000 diamond ring.
Oh, my God.
Riches is seeking the closure of Hilton's popular website. He sued Britney Spears. She got sued for holding Riches at gunpoint and forcing him to commit crimes like the identity theft. He also says Britney forced him to pay for abortions, breast implants, drugs, and alcohol.
All right.
Riches has also sued Barry Bonds
Okay.
and Hank Aaron's bat.
What did Hank Aaron's bat do to him?
The complaint involves Barry Bonds, baseball commissioner Bud Selig, and Hank Aaron's bat. Riches weaves an intricate conspiracy theory involving television ratings, steroids, the cracking of the Liberty Bell, Colombian narco-terrorist, and secretly recorded conversations for which journalists Robert Novak and Judith Miller have transcripts.
All of that's connected?
That's what it say.
Whoa.
The lawsuit alleges things like bat assault, treason, illegal moonshine, stalking, illegal wiretapping, and bad debt. He requests the court file a temporary restraining order against the broadcast of MLB games. All defendants and their pets and seeking $42 million in damages in Swiss francs.
And their pets.
He sued the makers of Grand Theft Auto.
Well, he wouldn't be the first.
I thought Sony was the corporate company for that.
I think Sony's the distributor of it, but it's Take-Two and Rockstar Games that are responsible for the actual development and stuff.
Because I think that attorney, and what a shock, the Florida attorney,
Jack Thompson.
Mm-hmm. He was the one that had a hard on for Stern, Grand Theft Auto, somebody else, but his big focus was Stern.
Oh, yeah.
Even when Stern moved to satellite. Because we had Jack Thompson on a couple of times, and I don't think I finished a conversation with him.
Nah, you couldn't.
Then he threatened to call and get me fired.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he certainly did.
So he hung up, called the business office, asked for Bob McNeil. And since Bob never had his calls forwarded to the golf course, Trey went into Bob's office and took the call.
He didn't get the response he was looking for.
How long did you talk to him?
I think it lasted about a minute.
How did he start?
That I, as your boss, should know that he was treated very rudely and not allowed to finish his sentence and explain everything, and that you were a real jerk and blah, 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 blah.
And you said,
I was like, are you done, a-hole? I was like, I can't remember what I said. It was something about, you're an effing moron. And
that's pretty succinct.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
I think he hung up then.
The only thing that would have been better had Bob McNeil actually been in his office.
Uh-huh.
Nah, Trey, you take this.
April 9th, 2008, Riches filed a request for a temporary restraining order against Take-Two, the publisher of Grand Theft Auto, as well as developer Rockstar Games, FCI Williamsburg, and the game Grand Theft Auto itself, claiming the defendants put me in prison. The defendants contributed to the plaintiffs committing identity theft. Defendants, their game shows sex, drugs, and violence, which offends me. Riches continued. Defendants put me in prison. I face imminent danger from violent inmates who played Grand Theft Auto who will knock me out and take my gold Jesus.
Gold Jesus. Yeah, I'm vacillating. Is it crazy or genius?
I'd have to go back and look at the actual court documents to see how rambling it was.
Yeah.
If it was just almost incoherent. The only reason it makes sense is somebody broke it down. Did you read any of the PDFs, Chloe?
I just read over them. A lot of them didn't have the second page. It just had all the legal jargon and all that stuff on it.
So you didn't see any of the rambling?
There was a few of them that included the ramblings.
Okay. You want to know the last one?
Yes.
And finally, what's his name again? Jonathan Lee Riches sued the planet Earth, including George Bush, I don't know which one,
Okay.
and 783 others.
It was Junior.
56 pages of nonsense naming Bush and 783 people in this lawsuit. Some of the people named: Plato, Nostradamus, Jimmy Hoffa, the Lincoln Memorial, the USS Cole, the book Mein Kampf, the Appalachian Trail, 3 Mile Island, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
I can understand that.
I knew you would. He also named Google, Pope Benedict XVI, John Deere, and AccuWeather.com.
AccuWeather.
This is another one of those pissers that wish I had wrote this.
Yeah. It almost reads like your resume.
Yeah. Let's see. Also named in the lawsuit, Rockefeller Records, Jay-Z, Tony Danza. I'm sorry, dudes. It's 4:00. I got to start.
Sit in my cell and think, who can I sue today? Yeah, Tony Danza. Mother effer.
God! Tony Danza. Show him who's a boss. And let's see. I'll back up a little. So, John Deere, AccuWeather.com, Rockefeller Records, Jay-Z, Tony Danza, the University of Miami, Geico Insurance, that's tsunami victims. He sued Fruit of the Loom, Outback Steakhouse, Chris Berman, Puff Daddy, Vince McMahon, and Meals on Wheels.
Oh, God.
He sued the Jewish workers at NBC, Kelly Clarkson, Boris Becker. Who's that?
Tennis player.
He sued Denny's. He sued the Brotherhood of the Snake. Anybody?
Mm-mm.
He sued the Wu-Tang Clan.
He didn't list the members that were in it at the time. Little vague there.
Is Wu Wear? Is that part of the Wu-Tang Clan? It says Wu Wear Inc.
Might be.
He sued the Nordic Gods and also Nordic Track. He sued the Da Vinci Code, the Sears Tower, Mike Tyson, Native American Fish. He sued Lambeau Field, Pizza Hut, Barry Bonds, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, the National Hockey League Players Association, the Philadelphia Eagles, the 2005 roster, and Skittles.
Like all of Skittles or an individual bag?
Bitches? Oh, my God.
Just the green ones.
I'm suing Skittles.
And you actually, this came out today?
I think it was a couple days ago.
Okay. I just don't want to start getting emails. Dude, that's been around for 15 years.
If it has, big deal.
I've never heard of the guy, nor
You're just
seen
now
it.
starting to watch The Office.
According to court records, I skipped this part. According to court records, a spam email created by a juvenile in Dallas was sent to tens of thousands of America Online customers asking for personal identification information. That information was sold to Riches, who used it to obtain cash from victims' credit cards and to buy merchandise using other people's credit card information. That's how he got into prison.
Gotcha. Okay.
Leave anybody out? Michael Vick, Steve Jobs, Perez Hilton, Britney Spears. No. Should go through the rest of that list and see who else he popped.
Okay. All right.
I just like the final class action.
Yeah.
And I left a lot of names out of that one.
Were there any other candies other than Skittles?
Some of it starts to repeat. Like Plato's in there a couple of times. Also, the Lincoln Memorial's in there twice. Various Buddhist monks, Christina Applegate, Jewish Mossad. Is that the word?
The Mossad?
Yeah.
It's like the Israeli.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
He sued Venus Williams, Medieval Times. What else did I leave out? The Roman Empire, the Eiffel Tower, the Garden of Eden.
The Garden of Eden.
As if the Roman Empire wasn't a stretch in its own. We'll go all the way back to the beginning.
He also sued 3 Mile Island, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Jewish State of Israel, Soledad O'Brien,
CNN anchor.
sued the American Red Cross, Jessica Alba, Charles Moose, Trump, Saddam Hussein, Elizabeth Smart. Did I mention the Panama Canal?
No.
Sued them. Nor that. Sued Larry King, Rastafarian natives, and the Illuminati.
I don't know if I'd sue them.
Who was that?
Illuminati, the secret organization that runs the world, comprised of anywhere from
That's run by the ugly Pope.
the Black Pope.
Yeah.
They allegedly work in tandem.
They actually call him the Black Pope or just the Dark Pope?
Black Pope,
Why is that?
because supposedly he wore black,
Oh.
and he's the secret one. Technically, he's the head of the Jesuits, but he's the Pope that really makes the bad decisions and is in control. And the Illuminati are like, it depends who you ask. Some people say it's like the Rockefellers and the Bushes, and other people say it's more secretive. You never know. But
yeah, but
they're the guys that are supposed to be running the world, and they're doing a really piss poor job right now.
Not somebody I'm naming a lawsuit, especially if they could find me, because he doesn't get out. Jonathan Riches doesn't get out until early next year.
I'm pretty sure the Illuminati could have someone whacked in prison.
Part of his lawsuit against Belichick. My heart is broken forever. I'm terrified of defendant Belichick. He told me that if I expose his wiretaps, he would get the owner of the Patriots, Mr. Kraft, who owns Kraft Foods, and put poison in my cheese.
Actually, Robert Kraft doesn't own Kraft Foods, but
You gonna argue that point with me?
you're just pointing something out.
Do we need a break? Yes. Wow, that's a complete segment. Was it good?
it was good.
All right, save it then.
The Russ Martin Show, only on 97.1 The Eagle.